I loosened all these cables.
Okay, that's good. So first thing people was going to say is this load wasn't strapped down. It was. I'm finna step over a cable right there and then the next cable right up here. It wouldn't have mattered if you'd have had 40 cables on that load or if you'd have had 40 chains on that load. If you slam on the brakes hard enough during the springtime when the bark's off these trees, they're going to go for a ride. It does not matter. So the next thing people are going to say, why don't you ought to put racks on there like Bobby Goodson's got on his trailers. Well, if Bobby Goodson was hauling in our area right here with those racks on his trailer, he would not get unloaded. They ain't going to unload a trailer like that around here. What happened here is there's a road right there on the right, and that's where he needed to make his ride at. He missed his turn. And rather than just keep going straight, he slammed on his brakes. There's a couple places right there around the curve that he could have got turned around in or even backed up. But he hit his brakes, and Dad happened to be sitting right there waiting to turn out. And all. But anyhow, so the load went for a ride. It did not hurt the truck at all. It slammed into the headache rack. Luckily, that one went way over the cab and missed, didn't hit anything on it. And then all the rest of these just slammed into the headache rack, and it did its job like what it was supposed to. So it knocked us out of a good bit today. We lost a load on this truck, and then Dad lost 2 loads on his truck. So when I got up there, Dad was standing there. And where this happened, that's about 5 miles from the job. Taking a machine up there was not an option to do that. So Dad said, only thing you can do, he said, just cut it. And I said, just go get your saws. And I said, all right. So I grabbed and we're working about 40 miles from the house. So I drove all the way home. I got my trailer because I knew it was going to be an entire trailer load of these chunks. He was actually blocking this intersection, and by the time I got up there, Dad had got him. He could back straight up, but he couldn't turn or anything. Dad got him backed up far enough to get him out of the intersection there. And I'm not going to lie, this is one of the craziest situations I've ever been in with a chainsaw, trying to deal with this and work through all this stuff. And I got to a point wrestling these chunks right here. I just couldn't, I was just tired of wrestling chunks. And you'll see me pull my phone out. I'm texting Derek and him. I said, man, y'all got to send somebody up here to help me. I said, I can't do this by myself. But I ended up burning 2 solid tanks of gas through the 500 there, and an entire trailer load of chunks. And that was the only option that we had. Like I said, if we'd have drove a scooter all the way up there, we've only got 1 scooter in the woods now. If we'd have drove a scooter all the way up there, it's 5 miles. That wouldn't work. Not with a Tiger Cat, because they have no speed or anything like that out on the road. We didn't have a low boy there, so it is what it is. So that was really our only option. So just sit back, watch the video, and just enjoy me working through this, struggling through this thing right here. this point, I didn't know if I was going to cut through it all or not. I was so aggravated at this point right here. And not being able to stand up, like sure-footed, like on flat ground or anything. All these trees, the bark's going off of them, and it's like, stepping on a banana peel every time you take a step. And I didn't want to fall, and man, I was giving that 500 all it had. I mean, luckily I had sharpened that saw last night, and I always do that, and this is the reason I do that. I did a tree job Friday, and it was a pretty big job, so I went ahead and sharpened the saws. That way, if something happens, I just roll in there, grab the saws, and that's what I did. This, like that right there, is what's killing me, trying to pull that crazy piece out right there. And, oh, it was just bad, man. I wasn't sure how far down I was going to have to go, because I done kind of lost sight of how far up they were. And, I'm sitting there almost begging them to come up there and, and help me get somebody up there. Because, dude, these chunks, they don't look that big. They're heavy as heck. Everything is pulling sap up right now, and the stuff is just dang heavy. And you'll see as I watch my trailer as it fills up here. You see the deputy over there every time I look up. He was freaking awesome. He was watching cars and stopping traffic. Of course, I was watching cars, and I was making cuts, and I was telling him when I was going to stop, motioning for him where, he could let traffic. Because I kept glancing up, watching how the traffic was backing up. Because when I was cutting on that driver's side, he would not let a car come by, and that was the best thing to do, was not to not to let anybody come through there. So I tried to keep up with how bad the cars were backing up, because this is a very busy road right here too, just south of Aberdeen, and where we could keep the traffic flow going as well as we could, and try where I could work my way through this thing too. got to keep in mind that there's a lot of stuff you can drop these chunks on that you don't want to tear up. You got fuel tanks down there. There's tons of air lines down there, and you noticed a while ago I was trying to push them pieces out and let them land outside the fuel tank where they didn't land right on it. And several of them pieces right there, I just dropped them right in that trough in the headache rack. They just went right in there, and it's just it's a good thing I keep this channel clean, because there were some bad thoughts running through my mind.
Go ahead and get your hazard things, Lee, and then get up, watch this car, and then ease on out of here, and you should tighten them up. Yeah, tighten up your cables.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Blow it over her. She's fine with it. So I am with Officer Lockett, right?
Yeah.
He's been up here directing traffic. The whole time I've been up there on top of that truck working that stuff off that load up there. You did a good job, man.
Thank you.
So you're 66, right?
66 years old.
And how far did you say you still run a while ago?
About a mile and a half every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
This dude don't play, y'all. I wouldn't wanna tangle with you at all or whatever. So I told him to check me out on YouTube. So he's gonna do the ending of my video. So what I always say at the end of my video,
The Monroe County Sheriff's Department, later, Taylor.
there you go, appreciate it, man. I gotta unload all these pieces.
So anybody can learn from these videos and see what we dealt with on this, what I was dealing with up there on that truck. Maybe somebody will watch this, a truck driver will watch this, and it will give them a different perspective on what possibly can happen. Because again, like I said at the beginning of the video, it doesn't matter what you have it strapped with. If you hit the brakes hard enough, and he wasn't going that fast right there. The people that was in the house, there's a house sitting right there, they were sitting on their porch, but it don't take much speed. I mean, you get 10, 15 miles an hour and you get on the brakes. That wood, with the bark going off of it, it's going to take off. And I mean, we've had it come off the back, into the truck. And that may help somebody see how I work through that. Every situation is different, and that's how I had to do it. It was like it right there. So pretty frustrating day today, for sure, because stuff like that is very costly. Everybody makes mistakes, though. You know what I mean? Thank goodness nobody was hurt or anything like that, because if it wasn't for the rack on it, it would have went through the truck, period. But, just one of those things. So we'll get back after it again tomorrow, which will be Tuesday. I'll be back in the woods. I was planning on filming a logging video today. I was not planning on filming this logging video today, though. So what it did, Dad had come up in there and got there, and he was on his way up there. Probably he would have got 2 loads, because, like I said, no problem. And then he had to get on my loader and load while I was doing that. So hope that don't happen again. So That gave me out just watching it right there. Appreciate y'all watching. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.